Hey there, it's Ayesha. Welcome, welcome. Thank you for coming into this lovely, lovely, blessed space, Young's Paper Creation, allowing you the opportunity to try paper play. My website, trypaperplay.com. Well, this here happens to be our annual catalog for Stamping Up. So, along with creating the journals, we need to add ephemera pieces to it, and we also do cards at times and such. In doing building journals, so many pieces can be added to it, and so again, it depends on how much you want to put into your journals or how basic you want to make your journals. And I'm always creating my journals, and so I have one that I am in the process of creating. I have to put on a cover for this, and then I will proceed. I like to put on the cover and then start to decorate. I know oftentimes, well, not oftentimes, but there are a number of times where I've heard individuals saying that they prefer to decorate as they go. So I'm dropping things now. So I say all of that to say that yes, you can decorate as much as you want, and having the Stamping Up catalog allows individuals to look through, but more so, well, look through to order, but more so get ideas, especially this year more than any other. Stamping Up is encouraging and showcasing to people what it's all about. It's about, getting together some of your friends and, having sip and chat or whatever the case may be. Or like myself, wherein having a paper party or going into a corporate environment and providing, these craft programs where people can, relax, you know, um, just play, trying paper play. And with the stress environment that, world that we live in, it's so important that whether you take your art to the form of paper crafting, or perhaps you enjoy sewing or painting, whatever you do, it's so important that you do it because it's going to feed your spirit and make you productive so you can do something productive. Are you selling your items, or maybe you're gifting them? But there's a space that's so beautiful. So with all of that said, I want to show you that with Stamping Up, we get to order stuff. So we get the pre-order, which I just got a couple of stuff, and then became a demonstrator. Because when being a demonstrator, when something new is going on, you get to see it first, and that's one of the special thing experience about Stamping Up. So I got a few things for my first order. Didn't do the video, but this time I've got a couple of things that followed, and I want to show you what I have, starting with the paper. So Stamping Up always ensure that their cardstock and their DSP, designer's paper, designer specialty paper, uh, they are so good in ensuring that they match, quite well, so that you don't have to worry about what goes with what. And so there's a cardstock that carries the in colors for this year, and these cardstocks can be used for whatever you want based on the fact that it's like a 65-pound paper, I believe. So these are the colors for 2024 to 2025 Stamping Up. Again, Stamping Up is a company. If you type that in, you'll find out more about Stamping Up. But here are the 5 in colors for this year. And those colors are, I had it marked for you, so I better find it. Don't you just love it when you want to find something and you can't? Love it. I'm being sarcastic for sure, because I had it all nicely and I said, I'm gonna get that all nicely set up. Okay, so the Stampin' Up! In colors are... Oh, I had it. I had it in front of me. Okay, this is not cute. Why is it when you come on camera you can't find the things that you want to find? Could you please tell me that? Oh man, I forgive me, guys. Where is it? Oh my word. I'm disappointed in myself because I had all the stuff lined up and now I can't remember where I saw it. And you're sitting here waiting, if you're here. It's like, what is Ayesha doing? She can't find the names of the paper pads for the in colors. That's why. Oh. So I'm just flipping through because maybe in flipping we'll come across it. But not only that, you get to see what's on the inside. So I'm gonna go to the back. And this paper, this catalog is over 104. It's got 144 pages. 144 pages. So the spot that I needed to be at is here. And so the colors, thank you if you're still there. The colors of the papers are this pink one. It's called Pretty in Pink. This lovely one, you probably can guess because of the peachy color. It's Peach Pie. Then we got this lovely one. It's Shy Shamrock. Stampin' Up! Is known for its fabulous names. This one here is called the Summer Splash. And last but not least, this is Petunia Pop. Petunia Pop. And so these are the cardstock papers. Now, with that, I got the In Colors DSP, which are the very same colors. Oops, sorry. The very same colors for the cardstock is the very exact colors for the designer papers. And these ones are 6x6. These cardstock here, they're the regular 8.5 by 11. But the idea of the In Color designer paper, which carries double-sided. So on one side, this is what you will see. And then when we flip it over, we get this. So this pink Poppy Parade, is that what it's called? Nope. Nope, 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 nope. I think I'm getting my names wrong again. But I saved the page this time. The Pretty in Pink. So the Pretty in Pink, this is the other side to it. Okay? Front, back. Pretty in Pink. And then we go to the Peach Pie. So for our Peach Pie, actually what I'm what I'm noticing is that they've got four different designs in the colors. So here we have, I think it's four, and then you turn it over and this is what you have, the lines. And then this one here, you've got those little circle looking things. I don't know if you could see that well. And I have a feeling that my cam is, I don't know if my light's off right now, guys. And then you turn it, no, my light's on. And then you turn it over and this is what it is. So there's actually four sets. If they wanted, they could have gone ahead and just leave it all 12 by 12. But I guess they wanted it to seem plentiful. Lots of card makers use these. So they just cut it down for them and made it easy to begin with. So for example, if we want to go for the pretty, why I keep saying, yeah, for the pretty in pink, right? So here we have the pretty in pink paper. And then if we want to make a card, we already match. We don't have to worry about, well, what am I going to use? If we did it this way, this works as well. Then if we wanted to use the lines, here we are. Here we are. And here's another thing. Because of all the layering, you could even do something like this. And then you put your sentiment. So you see, 1, 2, 3. You put your sentiment. Voila, you've got a card. So this is what Stampin' Up does. Makes it so friendly. Actually, you know what? I think this is the first time I went ahead and I got the cardstock and the designer's paper together. And I'm looking to get back into doing cards. So let's do another example here for you wherein we have the peach pie. And so like I said before, here's the designer paper in the peach pie. If I want to turn it over, it would look like this. Or you could have it this way. And then like so. And then you put your sentiment and voila, you have a card. So I hope you're getting the gist of what I'm trying to bring to you. I'll show you one last one with the poppy petunia pop. So you imagine this is your card being built. The cardstock is there. Designer paper. Turn the other side to the designer paper. Put your name, your little sentiment there. Or we do the other one. So we've got that. And then we've got that. Right? So easy to make cards when you have all that you need. Stampin' Up makes it so nice and easy. And people say that all the time. But that's because it's true. And you saw, I just showed you, right? They just simplify it so much. And having access to the supplies, these supplies last and will last all year. This catalogs items will be available from 2024, May 2024 to April 2025. And then throughout the year, you will be having opportunities wherein Stampin' Up brings in mini catalogs. So for example, one will be coming for the Christmas for sure, and then another one will be coming for spring, and I think there might be another one, don't quote me. But it's a wonderful, wonderful therapeutic experience playing with paper. Wonderful. So I showed you the paper. I also got oh, and let me show you. Here is an example of what I was showing with you with the cardstock and the papers right there. Do you see how it's layered? So you buy everything that you need and you have a card. And this is just a simplified version of what you can do with your paper, but how wonderful is that, right? Um, let me show you what else I got. I got the punch, the tab punch. What I did not get, which might be nice to get at some point, is the stamps that goes along with the punch. And there's also a kit, not a kit, but rather a set. You can buy the suite wherein you can either get the tabs in a die, or you can get the punch. Most people like the punch because you could sit around and punch, punch, punch. But I didn't get the stamp, which might be nice because if you want to put on tabs onto your stuff with particular sentiments, here it's got right here, these sentiments says menu, to do, thank you, notes, my list, with sympathy, hello friend, happy holidays for you, and such. And then aside from that, of course, if you stamp, then you have these decorative edges. But I mean, providing that you have, stamps and such, you can do that yourself. This is just an additional. I got the punch because you can punch, 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 and when this catalog is finished, which I don't think right away, but let's say in 2 years or whatever, should Stamping Up decided to do away with the tap punch, which is so pretty, should they decide to do away with it, then people will really seek it out and try to get it because they're beautiful and so handy to have, that when the last one came out some years back and when it was no longer available for sale, people went frantic. And to get them now, which is this one, to get them now, it is over $100 at times to get them. And I was so blessed to come into 3 at one point. One, I traded with another person from Liz, the paper project. I traded with her for one. And I know I have this one, and I think I have another one. So for me, I want to keep 2 because if anything ever happens to one, I have another one. But they're so wonderful, and I will show you how they cut and why people are willing to spend $100+ for one of these. But now that we've got the new one, I don't know. Competition. Which one is the best? These punches will be in competition with one another. So let's get a clear background so you can see what these punches, tap punches look like. So this is what these tap punches look like, okay? So these are the old ones that everyone, I think they call it fishtails or something like that. So this is what the older ones look like. And they're wonderful to use. I will show you. So say for example, you've got your journal. And you want to put in some tabs. You just fold it down like so. And then you have your tab. And I could go on in just for decorative purposes, or maybe you do want to put a sentiment somewhere, providing this was a, you know, a plain tab. So you put it here, and you can also embellish the tab. Some people put like little hanging charms and such at the edge, and this is what it would look like at the end. So you can have these, have staggered 5 or 3 of them along your pages. So it would be something like that. Let me put it inside. So it's like that. You just want a hint of it hanging there. Of course, it would be paste down. I don't want to do that with this, but maybe I will do one so you can see, okay? Okay, let me find something that I could show you. Okay, so we're gonna use this one. I'm working on a journal here, and we can put this one right over this page. So I'm gonna put some glue, and then we're gonna go and check out the new one and compare. Folks loved this older version of the tab, seeking out to buy it for some crazy prices, and they were so hard to come by because people didn't want to get rid of them. So I attach it to the inside of my journal, and aesthetically, when you're looking at your page and doing your stuff, here is this lovely tab just hanging there so prettily. Okay, now let's try another. Let's try the new punch, because we just finished trying this one. This is the older version, and these are some of the examples I've got here. And remember, in order to use them, we fold them down in half, put them at the edge of our journals, and then we glue it on. You can put it like this as well. You could do anything that your creative mind could aspire to do. Now, let's try the newer one. And actually, for me, it even feels as if the newer one is a tiny bit lighter. So I'm gonna punch out. Oh, this punch is so good. Cuts like butter. That's Stampin' Up for you. Their punches are sharp. So look at the difference. So here, this is what the new punch looks like. Let's put them side by side and see how they stack up. Okay, so this is the new one, right? This is the new punch, tap punch, and this is the old tap punch. Okay, old tap punch, new tap punch. And with the new one, I've been hearing good things about it as well. I got this a few days ago. I'm only now opening it. So here I turn this one down, and this is what this other one looks like when I turn it down. So this one's got more of a square bottom, And this one has got a curved bottom. See that? And then in the inside, the cutting part is a little bit more narrow for this one, and the older one, of course, carries this wide girth here. All in all, they're both very beautiful. So I'm gonna put on another tab. I'm not sure if I'll go ahead and get the stamp that I can stamp the sentiments onto this. I could stamp my own. I don't think I need to get that. What I like about this one, I think, is that at the beginning and end of the curve right here, it provides you with the knowledge that, hey, this is straight. This is where this should line up, right at the edge with the curve. I know, I think it's a battle of the sexes because they're both lovely. Except one is curved and now this one isn't. This is unique in itself, but they're both lovely. I'd be hard pressed to choose one off the bat. But this one, there's a telltale way to say this is where this lines up on the page. This one isn't so. This one gives you the opportunity to go out a little bit more. That allows you to decorate it or to push it all the way a little bit more into the page. So there is a little bit of a difference to me with this. But again, both beautiful. So that's it for the comparison of the punch. And then, last but not least, I got this stamp set. I love the idea of getting it so much because of this, the Chantilly lace. Primarily for that. In my head, I hear that song, very old song that says, Chantilly lace got a pretty face, ponytail hanging down, a wiggle and a walk and a wiggle and a talk. Ooh ah, make the world go round, round, round. Yeah, so Chantilly lace. So there. So I have to put on my the photo of what the stamp is. So how do you do that? Well, you peel off this part. When it comes, you go to the photo of the stamp set you're going to be using. You line it up like so to cover the form, right? Just to make sure that it's the right coverage. And if it's not quite right, you go back, lay it down again. And you fold one part halfway because it's split into the way in which they allow it to come off. They divide it in two at the bottom. So one part you can stick on down. It's very sticky. So you stick one part down to the foam. Oh, I don't think I got it right. Oh man, this is strong. It ripped the whole piece of, oh my goodness, this thing is strong. Okay, well, I better continue what I'm doing because it's strong. It ripped the whole thing off. And then I'll peel off the other side and press it down. It ripped the whole thing, tried to rip the whole thing off. That's how strong this glue is. Wow. Okay, so what I want to do, I want to cut around this extra plastic for, oh, I'm looking for a scissors because I don't want to use the one that I'm going to reach for right now. But I'm reaching. So I'm just going to cut off this little edge of the plastic so that when I'm stamping I don't have any concerns. But yeah, if you don't get it down right the first time, can't eat your dinner because Stampin' Up does good quality. Okay, so I'm about to use my Chantilly lace stamp and I'm gonna put it onto my Stampin' block. I have another one that, oh, here. I need to use my large Stampin' block. And right now, I'm a little bit lazy to reach for it wherever it is. Oh man. Oh, where are you? Okay, I don't know where it is right away. It's somewhere. But right now, I'm just like upturning things. Okay, fine. I'm just upturning things right now. Sorry, guys. So what I will do is use the one that I shouldn't be using right now. I need to get a different, get another block. So when I can't find one, I have an extra one. So this is just a show. So in case it don't come out that well, don't judge. Okay? Don't judge. I just want to see how it stamps. And I had my black ink somewhere here. Am I organized or what? Listen, this is the real world. Real world. Basic brown. I don't want brown. Okay, just because Ayesha can't find what she needs right now, she's gonna use whatever. So this paper popped up just now from where I had it, so I'm gonna use it. And let's see what this lovely Chantilly lace looks like, shall we? Now, when you go to use larger stamps, it is advisable to turn it where you can see it and stamp, tap, 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 tap. If you don't want it too bright, you could stamp on one piece of backing and then you stamp again. And they call this the second generation stamping because the first stamp is strong and then you get the second one. So there you go. You see, I got the imprint of the lace. Now, why is that important? Well, because when you're stamping, let's say you want to decorate a card front. Let's say you want to decorate a card. Not a card, an envelope. We're going to decorate this envelope. So let's go back and tap, 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 tap. For Mother's Day, which is tomorrow, I decorated a bunch of envelopes because I made what we call an envelope stack, a set of envelopes stacked as gifts. So I did a bunch of that. So we're going to decorate the front of this with the chantilly lace. It's a little bit, the envelope is a little bit bigger, so I'll try to go flush as much as I can. And remember, I have the incorrect block, so I'm trying to press down on the outside that the block is not covering. So it would help if I had gone right to the edge for this, but this is how it looks. Excuse me. And I want to see maybe how it would look here. Do I want to do that? Yeah, let's try. So if you had a piece of lace and you just put it across the envelope, this is what you're looking at. So I can use different colors. This, I'm using the Distress Ink Walnut Stain by Tim Holtz. Now what I would like to try is two things. Number one, I want to try a different color. Okay, I'll be good. I didn't want to take my time and wipe it down. Oh, laziness is bad. Bad, I tell you. So I'm just going to wipe it off. Wipe down your stamps as much as you can. Mind you, if you don't, you'll still survive. But if you want it to be, and you know, some people are very particular, so they do everything they need to. Let's try using the Cherry Cobbler. Now the Cherry Cobbler is an older ink. I'm not sure if this one is still in circulation with WhatsApp. Sorry, with Stampin' Up. All these up. Sometimes I have such fun opening these things though. That I'll tell you. Okay, so let's try and see. I need to get a different envelope. Okay. So let's see this on the cover of the lid. I got a new envelope out. We want to see how that looks, okay? So that's how this looks. I wasn't standing up and looking properly, or I would have put this a little bit higher. But we're just practicing, so it's okay. I think the best way for this to be used, I don't know about you guys. So this is the first time I'm using these stamps, or this stamp set. But right now, I'm thinking the best way to use it is to not press down too hard on the outside to get these, but also to go higher up, even if it's just across here. Now, here is something else that I think I would like. I'm trying to close this up. Oh my word. Why am I having such a hard time? You pull it straight and you push it down. Okay. So let's imagine this is the envelope. What I would do is tear this. I would tear it. Because what I want to do, as you could probably surmise already, is to create my own piece of torn lace. right? Let's just imagine this was real lace and this is what I did with it. And now this is an envelope. Or do you want me to get a real envelope? You do? You don't? You mean you don't want me to make believe that I have an envelope? So then I would put it like so, because I could put it where I want. Mind you, this cardstock is not a white one, so that might make a difference. Oh man. Okay. So this is a larger cardstock, but we can go like that with it. We can go across like this. If you're doing the lid, can we do something? We can put it at the bottom. I'm gonna look to see how other ladies are using it. But I definitely like this stair concept like this. And then imagine we can use this in varied colors. So we can have our laces in different colors. This is a card, index card. So if I wanted to decorate index cards at the back, like so. Right? And so even with this one here, so here we have a brown piece of lace. How do you like that? Right? What I like about this as well is that if you tear it up and you add other pieces of scrappy papers and such to this, so I have my own lace. I just tore these up in different pieces, layered it, right? So this could be fabrics, but they're all the same. I was thinking of adding it to something else, and you probably can do that. You can. Like this has the blue. I'm trying to cover up the blue and keep the brown to go with it. And then you could staple this. When you've done that, of course, now you can go back in. You can add another piece right on top. Or what else can you do? You can add a piece of fabric on this if you want. Something that complements this brown. And if we wanted to say, you know what, I'm gonna use, oh my gosh, don't ask, don't ask. It's one of the punches, the tap punches, but it's the old one. That means I have another one because things happen. So here I'm taking this, but this is too green. That wouldn't work. Okay, so that wouldn't work. But what I wanted to do was to take, ooh, I see something. I see one of my scrappy, in my one of my scrappy boxes, I have a piece of white lace. And now this is too white. It kind of doesn't go fully with it. Okay, forget it. So I think for this, I probably will stick, because this is the Chantilly lace, so it's all lacy, so I would keep it. If you had a very, very, very trustworthy washi tape, then maybe you could put it over here in a decorative form and use. But for right now, what I can see is just adding another paper of the Chantilly lace design on top of the other, and you have something. Last but not least, what you still can do for me is to put on maybe a stamp that matches the background, or you could use a butterfly. This one is not the best, but it's passable because you could see it's got the brown, the hit of the brown there. Or if you've got maybe a little bird or something like that that just fits right in, you can do that as well. Or maybe you have a small flower that you can add. That might work as well. Oh, I like this turquoisey with the brown. Now that would work. And for this, you can put on a brad to hold it in place. So that's one that I could go with. So you can go with any topping that complements the brown Chantilly lace in essence. You can use. But right now, the way that this is just like this,